Subscribe and click on the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest videos.
Pregnancy is not something that should hold you back ever. I've suddenly love eating pasta, which I hated before. I love sleeping like that. That's something that I've actually been doing a lot the last 6 months. No matter what color you are, doesn't matter which country you come from or what background or what religion in today's times. It's important to talk about that, I think. Unfortunately, our days are very numbered. It doesn't last, a career span doesn't last for 50 years. Long career, so it's going to be tough to pick out one match that has been probably most memorable. I think that I've been asked this question many times even before I felt pregnant, like what keeps you motivated and sort of inspired, and it's just the will of wanting to compete and win, for yourself, for your country, and that is the only comeback motto that there is. There is no other sort of explanation or inspiration to it. You just have to want to, and I miss it. I miss the competition. I miss that feeling of winning, and I miss those emotions that you leave out, and give everything on the court, and that's really it. So we're still in 2018, and like I said earlier as well, 2020 is a way off, which is why it's a more realistic target, especially for us women when we do have pregnancy. And I think most importantly, I would like to, pregnancy is not something that should hold you back ever. It should always inspire you, and it should always empower you, so it should always make you try and achieve your goals even more, even if you reset them. So that's what pregnancy is to me, and hence I said 2020 Olympics sounds like a realistic comeback. What not am I not indulging in? Lots of food, but I've actually lost a complete sweet tooth, which is quite disappointing because I thought that I could eat everything that I wanted, but I don't feel like eating dessert anymore. I've suddenly love eating pasta, which I hated before, so that's been really good. And shopping wise, I've had to get a new wardrobe, obviously, so that's been kind of fun. So you get to shop a little bit, even though the sizes are slightly larger, but I've been shopping a little bit. Well, I needed all new clothes because I was not fitting into anything that I had. So literally I've been shopping for the last month. I've been shopping every other day because I need clothes. Every time I go out for an event, everything is about, getting new things because, it's so sort of like you have to customize outfits as well. It's not something you can just throw on. So, so my secret, anyway, I'm a shopaholic, so not like I didn't shop before, but it's just given me a good excuse, and I don't feel guilty about it. I love sleeping like that. That's something that I've actually been doing a lot the last 6 months because that's something that I've not been able to do all my life. I wake up without an alarm, so which is for me the biggest luxury, and I think every athlete will tell you how big it is to wake up without an alarm, where you don't have to care about what time you need to wake up and actually put your shoes on and go running. So yeah, sleeping is the best for me. The best holiday is like going on the beach, getting a massage, going to sleep, and doing nothing except watch movies and eat and pig out. I don't think I can call it a fear. I don't think there's a fear. I think there's a nervous energy which is always there, because I think when you're representing so much, there's always a sense of care. I don't think it's a fear. So when people talk about pressure and situations where players or athletes come under so much pressure because of things that are said and done about them, which is a lot, whether they win or they lose. It's not so much for that. It's more because you're representing your country, and that is an extreme sort of responsibility on your shoulders every time you step on the court. So I wouldn't call it fear. It's a sense of pride, but it's a sense of nervousness because you care so much. Because I think that if you don't have that nervousness, no matter how many times you walk on the tennis court or on any other field, that means you just don't care enough for it. So I don't know if that makes sense, but every athlete listening to this it'll make sense to them. I am not superstitious actually at all. I pray. I try to pray 4 or 5 times a day. I mean, it's been a long long career, so it's going to be tough to pick out one match that has been probably most memorable. But I would have to maybe say when we won Wimbledon 2015, the way it happened, on centre court in front of a packed stadium. It was probably one of the most incredible nights of my life, and possibly the most. I mean, I don't know. I cannot say. There's probably more if I think about it, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. I went to Malaysia a few years ago. I love going actually to eastern countries because I don't like long travel. We just go on one of the islands actually, not in Kuala Lumpur, and we go to an island, and I've been there. I went with just my girlfriend, my best friend from school, and we did nothing for 7 days. We just got massages and facials and pampered ourselves and ate, slept, and I came back a new person. If I had a choice, I'd be in jeans and a t-shirt all the time, which I can't be, but that is my favorite outfit. I think there's nothing cooler than a girl who can pull off a white t-shirt and jeans. A chapstick. I'm a very girly girl, even though I don't come across like that. A chapstick for sure. My wallet, my phones, not phone, and my car keys, and a tissue sort of thing. I always need tissues in my handbag, no matter what happens. That's it. Besides those 5 things, but if you check my handbag, it will feel like a suitcase because there's so much dumped inside that. Yeah, it was released a couple of years ago. It was something that I felt that I owed to myself, to my fans, to my family, and to everybody, because I think a lot had been said and written about me over the last 15 years or more rather, and I don't think it was ever from me. It was always through someone. So it was just something that I felt like I owed it, and a lot of people thought, oh, it's, I'm a bit young to write an autobiography, but I turned professional when I was 16 years old, so it wasn't that young, and in sport, and unfortunately our days are very numbered. It doesn't last, a career span doesn't last for 50 years, it lasts about, if you're lucky if it lasts more than 5 years, and I've been lucky enough. So yeah, it was one of those, the reason for that, and also I think one of the main reasons was to inspire young girls to understand that sport can be a profession, and it doesn't need to just be a profession for boys, and it doesn't need to be cricket. I actually had this conversation yesterday with someone who is a feminist. That's what she said. But I don't believe in the word feminist. I think that I believe in equal opportunity, and I see myself as a human being and as a person. I don't see myself as a male or female. And for me, I've done a lot of work. I do a lot of work with the UN and for equality and equal rights. But I feel that until the word feminist exists, we will never live in an equal society. So I feel that I want to live in a world where someone does not ask me if I'm a feminist. They just need to ask me about what I do as a person. I don't think that it has a male or female what they need to do about. So yeah, for me, it's not whether I as a woman can do something what a man can do, because a man cannot give birth and I can. So that does not make it, does not make me better or them worse or vice versa. I just think you have to be able to do what you want to do. That's what to me is about having equal opportunity. If as a woman I want to do something, no matter what it is, I should be able to do it, and as a man you should be able to do that as well. I think that sport is a amazing equalizer in more ways than one, not just on the court or on the field, or also off it. You go to the Olympics, you go to Asian Games, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter which country you come from or what background or what religion. In today's times, it's important to talk about that. I think it just shows that we all eat the same food, we live under the same roof, and we are together, and not once do you feel that otherwise, and I think that's what sport brings to the world, which is what sport has taught me, and I don't know any other way of life. And I think that sportsmanship is about being able to fight your hearts out when you're on the field and then hug each other when it's done, and have a, you know, have a meal or a drink together at the end of the day. That's what sportsmanship's about. It's not about always winning or always losing, and it's also about learning how to deal with losses and coming back stronger the next day, and there'll always be a next day as long as you want there to be one.
Hope you enjoyed watching this video. To watch more fun videos like this, do subscribe the JFW channel.